Yo, what's going on, guys? DJ Hes here, collectivekicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a video, and I know I'm going to get a lot of... It's like every video. Oh my god, that's Heskicks. He's Asian. What? Yes, people. It's going to happen again and again. I'm going to see a lot of these comments. But let me go ahead and tell you guys this is going to be a Q&A video. And if you guys want to ask me questions, hashtag AskHeskicks on Twitter. And then I'll kind of look through the questions and then post a video like this. And if this video does well enough, I'll continue to do this series because a lot of times people are new to the channel, and maybe I've answered stuff in the past. Regardless, it's something that I get a lot of questions, so I figured it might as well do this series. Plus, hopefully I can start showing my face a little bit more often so you guys won't be so shocked at the end of the day. And I said it, at the end of the day. It's like my little tagline, I swear. Anyway, a couple things before we get started. One, a shout out to Stanley Hood and his buddy Owen, and also to Timo. Stanley and Timo were two winners from the Pink Miracle giveaway. I chose 5 winners from that shoe cleaner, and unfortunately they're out of the US, so they were not eligible. I will be giving away a couple of the other bottles on Twitter, just randomly by retweeting the tweet, basically. But shout out to them. Sorry that I didn't know these things kind of ahead of time. Also, a major birthday shout out to Braden. Happy 28th birthday to you. And might be a surprise to you because he didn't reach out to me directly. His girl did, Erin. So shout out to her. And she said you were a fan of the channel, which salute to you guys. Appreciate that, especially coming from Australia. And I thought that was really cool. Braden _ KOWLEE is his Instagram. I'll link it in the description. But basically, she said you were a fan, and also said that you send her pictures of my little guy Harrison all the time, and I thought that was really cool. So thank you for the support on the channel to both you guys. Also, congratulations to you guys. She said you guys also had a baby recently, and she mentioned that you guys had a lot of challenges during the pregnancy, and everything ended up great, though, which I'm happy to hear. But she also said that she was really impressed with you as an individual, Braden, and basically just saying that you're just an awesome father, which I thought was really dope that she was reaching out to tell that to me. I mean, I thought that was a really cool thing. To kudos to you for being a stand-up dude, stand-up father, and happy 28th birthday to you. So now that that is out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the Q&A. There's a whole bunch of questions that people had, and I'll try to answer them the best that I can. Number one, when did you start collecting sneakers? I started collecting sneakers in about 2003. I've been a fan of sneakers since I was in middle school, grade school, but collecting sneakers more than, and by collecting, my definition is by and it's not everybody's definition, but it's mine, of having more pairs of sneakers than I could wear, where it was the point of actually collecting instead of buying a bunch of sneakers and rocking every single pair, because it got to the point where I had always a couple pairs on ice after 2003. If you were to keep just one pair of sneakers, what would it be? And that would be the ones I just recently got, the Grails, the Dynamic Flights. Those ones are like a super sentimental shoe to me because it was the first pair of shoes that I ended up buying with my own money. So those Pippin Dynamic Flights. If it was a shoe that not that I had to wear, those ones wouldn't work because they would probably fall apart. So if I had to just choose one shoe to wear all the time, it would probably be my Ultra Boost ST. I have to say it's the most comfortable shoe I own out of everything in the room, and then some. So it's definitely a really, really dope shoe. And I know it's not everybody's favorite because everybody likes the Ultra Boost better, but the Ultra Boost ST is my favorite. Moving on, let's see here. How old are you? And how old were you when you started collecting? Same sort of question. How old am I? I mean, I don't know. You guys can guess in the description or in the comment section, but I'm old enough. And just a sidebar, my comments are broken right now. I cannot comment back to you guys. Somebody flagged my Google Plus account. How lame is that? But it got to the point where I can't comment back to you guys for 2 weeks. So I'm trying to work with YouTube to get it resolved. If I don't get it resolved, I'm just going to delete my Google Plus account, and then I should be able to be square. But I have to wait a couple more days until I get that squared away. But yeah, I'm not going to answer how old I am. You never ask that. Plus, Asian people look like younger than they actually are anyway. So, man, how could you afford sneakers when you were young. And I'll put these people's like tweets in the video so you guys can see them, because I'm not trying to tell you who all these people are. It's Jan_4 for this one. But yeah, I wasn't able to afford sneakers when I was young, and that's kind of the kicker. And that's probably why I'm a hoarder now, is because I couldn't afford anything when I was young. I couldn't afford dates to the movies and stuff like that with chicks. Like it was just not very fun. So yeah, that's the answer to that one. Somebody asked me, Cody Wang_16 asked me, kind of a personal question, but are you Korean? Yes, Korean. And some people see that, and that's my birth name that I was given, and but I'm adopted, so that's why people get it confused a lot of times and think I'm American, or they don't know what race I am because they don't see my picture in every video. What do you do in life to afford all the sneakers and cop releases after releases every Saturday? What I do is I work, man. As I've mentioned this many times, and actually I'll just link it in. I'll try to remember to link it in the description. Otherwise, go to my channel and sort by the most popular video. But how I afford sneakers, I did a whole 20-minute video on that. But I work like 3 different jobs. YouTube is one of them. DJ on the side, and then also a day job in technology. And what made you start DJing? Any influences? Do you use CD or vinyl? And that's from Retro Fever. And I had a buddy that actually DJ'd back in when I was like probably 18 years old or so, and he DJ'd like parties, and it was super fun to be a part of. I've always been influenced by music since I was a kid. I had a tape. My first collection wasn't sneakers; it was tape cassettes. I had a huge tape cassette collection of over 100 tape cassettes. It was just something like I just loved. Lots of hip hop tapes. Tribe Called Quest is like my favorite group. R.I.P. to Fife. But yeah, man, so that's kind of like how I started. Influences as a DJ. I always like scratch DJs, like, because my buddy could scratch, but like Qbert is obviously awesome. And, you know, I like more turntablists than like actual DJs. The whole Jesus pose, like God, like, you know, like DJs that sit up on stage and wave their hands around and like think they're awesome. That's not my style at all. I think that's kind of lame personally. And I used vinyl. I use Technique 1200s still. And I started off with just vinyl before, like I used Serato and like on my laptop and stuff. Could you possibly see a brand beating out Nike or Jordan brand in the near future? If so, which ones? Nike and Jordan are giants. Like I'm in Oregon, home of both of them. So if I had to say that one that could beat them out, there's such diverse companies that it really is. I mean, Under Armour is fierce competition. Skechers is pretty big competition as well right now. I have my Skechers box down here somewhere. But yeah, dudes, I mean, I think Adidas is the one that's on the rise. And like Nike's like the juggernaut, Adidas is the one that's on the uprise right now, which I think is a good thing. And the competition is a great thing. Moving on to the next question. Rach_G asked, what's your daytime career field? And again, I work in IT, and kind of the business sort of stuff, corporate sort of stuff. I don't disclose where I work. It's just like one thing I keep private, you know. Why are you a Beaver fan, not Ducks? From HV Ascend. And what's up, Henry? So why am I a Beaver fan? Because I'm an Oregon State alumni. I graduated Oregon State, and I learned how to DJ down there, and I met a lot of friends down there. I DJ'd one of the biggest nightclubs in College Town for like 3 or 4 years while I was there, so I met a lot of athletes and a lot of cool people. One of them, Sarah Jean Underwood, which is the Playboy Playmate of the Year from years ago, and then she was on Attack of the Show and stuff like that. It was just a fun time to actually meet a lot of people, and that's how I got a lot of my weddings that I DJ now, is actually from meeting people in the nightclubs back then. So kind of a fun just place for me in general. What are your favorite OG Nike models? From John IMBO. Favorite OG Nike models? I mean, you've seen a lot of the ones that I've copped, at least some of you guys have. Air Max Deluxe, one of my favorite Air Maxes. I posted that on Air Max Day. The Citizen Zoom Citizen Air, or Zoom Air, or Zoom Citizen, I never know how to say it, but it has the visible zoom. It was the first pair of shoes that I found with visible zoom. I'm always looking for retros from 2000 era, because that was like when I always bought a bunch of Nikes from the employee store, and then like the Kukinis and stuff as well. Another one that I really like. But yeah, so I try to get a bunch of them. And actually, I should do a throwback because I have a whole section now of shoes of just like originals and stuff from like the 90s and early 2000s. Barkley 180s is another one that I love, and I got the originals of those finally. And the Command Force pumps as well. And the 180 pumps as well. Those ones are both some of my faves. Let's keep it going. We're almost done. What camera do you use? What camera do you want? What camera do you recommend for video and still shots? From A White 011 Jim. I use my iPhone 6s. I've always used iPhones from the 4S from the beginning of the channel, and every single time there's a new iPhone that comes out, I buy it, and that's my primary for my videos. So this, you're actually watching my my 6S, but it's flipped, so it's using the weaker of the two cameras. Normally I do the video now. I've been trying to do 4K on this phone, but it takes up a lot of memory, so I'm looking forward to getting an iPhone 7. Really tempted to get the S7 Edge, but I haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet. If anybody has the S7 Edge, hit me up on Twitter or leave a comment, let me know how you like it, because I've been seeing a lot of reviews and saying it's just an amazing phone. And the fact is, I actually dropped this phone down into the toilet when I had Harrison the first night we actually had him home, and basically, like, I definitely need that waterproofness that the S7 has, that hopefully the iPhone 7 will have. Let's keep it going. How do you know when a Nike sale is going to happen? From Mojo _ Mojo backwards 18. You really don't. I mean, it's just, you kind of predict it because it's kind of quarterly, and so Nike, there's always stuff on clearance, but when they have their extra little discounts that I always post, the 25% off or 30% off or whatever it is with the discount code, it's usually towards the end of a quarter, and that's just kind of like systematically how they do it. But as soon as I get the email or I see somebody else kind of talking about it, I'm always on top of it because I always love finding good deals. And let's see here, what's a good Jordan to start a retro collection? 7s, 11s, or 12s from TEHAZZ. 7, 11s, or 12s. I mean, it's a tough decision. Like, it's really whichever one you really like, which one of the models that you gravitate towards, which one is the most aesthetically pleasing to you. The 11s are a classic. They're the most expensive probably to get started with. They're the most recognizable for sure. So I mean, you can't go wrong with an 11. 3, 4, 5, some of my favorite models, as well as majority of Jordan fans. But as you can see, this whole area behind you, those are all the Jordans in my collection. There's over 150 pairs or something like that of just Jordans. But yeah, it's whichever ones you actually like is probably the best answer for that. Q&A, Ask Heskicks, if you guys want to ask me some questions. And if you guys like this video, please show your support. Smack the thumbs up, because yeah, I don't usually do these type of videos, and if you guys want to see more of these, I will attempt to do this and try to be fairly regular at it if you guys would like to know more. We'll catch you guys for some more videos soon, and thanks for watching. Peace, guys.